What's happening, Sunderland fans? The true Mackem is back again, and this is the start of it, the build up to the derby. A little bit of a review from the Newcastle Norwich game. Those who didn't see it, spoiler alert, Newcastle actually managed to win 6-2, and I've had a lot of people asking me, as a Sunderland fan, should we be worried? Well, to be fair, both teams should be maybe a little worried. It was Norwich that Newcastle were playing, and okay, yes, Sunderland lost to them, but that was in the days of the kamikaze defending at the beginning of the season. Obviously since then Sunderland have made a lot more progression, thank fuck. And Newcastle getting the first win, they're going to be brimming with confidence, of course they are, but at the same point, that potentially could be their downfall as well, because they'll go into the game, they'll look at it, easy 3 fucking points here. And it's all very well McLaren giving the old fucking spiel before the game, but when they're on the pitch, that's a completely different thing. And they'll go there and they'll expect to steamroller us, and given the fact that we were completely screwed out of a point yesterday, it's one of those things where it'll have a knock-on effect for Sunderland. They played well, couldn't get a point because of the referee. They'll know that. They'll be determined now to correct that, especially with Big Sam. McLaren's days are going to be fucking numbered on Sunday. Oh, and I can't wait. I really cannot fucking wait. So, who should be the more worried of the two teams? If I was to choose one, and this is not as a Sunderland fan here, I'm being open and honest, that's what I want to be, and that's what I will be to you all. Newcastle have to be the ones that should be worried. How many times do you see teams go into a game, they fucking hammer their opponent, what happens the next game? They lose. And watching the Newcastle game today, it was some pretty good goals. Give them credit, I'll always give credit where credit's due. But I don't know, they still look quite shaky. Even when they were 4-2, 5-2 up, they still look nervous. Even when the 6th goal went in, they still look nervous as well. And at times, Jesus Christ, they were lucky. Borderline suicidal defending as well. And you've got to admire Norwich as well, because they never gave up, which is a good thing. And Sunderland can learn from that Norwich display as well. That's the best thing, you see. All Newcastle are going to see when they look at the Sunderland West Brom game, all they're going to see is a side that is getting better. And that's there's going to be a little doubt in the back of the mind, and there will be. And they go into steamroller Norwich, and what could you possibly? How could you possibly give a team talk before a derby game? You've won. Again, credit where credit's due. You got the first win on the board. You're up to 18th. Fair play to you. And you can't just, with Sunderland, you can't tell them to go out and play the same way. That just is not going to work. Because Lee Catamon and Yamavia will fucking gobble up Wijnaldum any day of the week. Jack Colback, I'm not sure if he got booked today. If he did, then he's banned. But actually, you know what? I'll check now. I'll bring up the old sports app. We'll have a look, see if he got booked. I don't think he did, but Jack Colback as well. And the fact, with the way Newcastle were defending today, Fabio Borini is going to run fucking wild against them if they defend that same way. So who should be the more worried of the two sets of fans? Honestly, it's got to be Newcastle. It has to be Newcastle. Right, let's bring this up. Joys of the Sky Sports app. When my phone wants to work. Right, so did Ginger Jack get booked? Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, I'm trying to go slow today. God, come on. There we go. Let's have a look. Once it decides to load. Yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting derby. And this, you know, I've had a fair few people. No, surprisingly, Newcastle only got 1 yellow card. As did Norwich. Wow, there you go. There's a shock for you. So, you know, it's... Of course, as a Sunderland fan, we're going to be nervous going into it. But, you know, you can predict how Newcastle are going to play. They're going to have kamikaze defending. Sunderland have looked so solid against West Brom. If they defend like that again, then, you know, all ends up. We'll actually keep a clean sheet. But we know how it's going to play out. Newcastle are going to come there. The first 10 minutes, they're going to want to try and own us. They'll probably have more of the ball, but we'll have the better chances, and we have to take those chances. You know, and to be honest, kill the game off, like Jermaine Defoe did last season. That cracker of a goal. You know, and if we can get to, you know, half time 1-0. Okay, Newcastle played pretty well today for the second half, but you know, they're a one-trick fucking pony at the minute. They really are. Whereas you can see how steadily Sunderland have progressed. You know, Sam Allardyce has come in, and fucking hell, he's turned everything on its head. It was an unbelievable display to watch, and with Newcastle, you know, looking as nervous as they still do, and they're winning a game 5-2. You think, what? What the hell? You're winning 5-2, and you're still looking like a bag of shit. You know. But yeah, so to answer the question, should Sunderland fans be worried? Well, look, Newcastle, they do have good players, so yeah, we're going to be a bit worried. Of course we are. Who should be the more worried? Well, it's simple, guys. It's got to be Newcastle United. Big win, and they've got, you know, they've put themselves under the cosh already, because they've got to go out and they've got to replicate that same display. And we just know in football that does not happen. Easy as that, really, isn't it? Well, unless you're Man City, but to be honest, facing Bournemouth, I think I said, fucking Bournemouth is a bit different to the likes of Sunderland and Norwich, really. Hey, so you know. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. Who should be the more worried? That's my question to you all. Leave a comment below. And well, this is it. This is the week of the special videos, guys. I'm not going to tell you what's coming out. It's going to be epic. It really will be epic, and you just don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a different video for every single day leading up to the derby, apart from on the day of the derby, of course, you know. So yeah, stay tuned, guys, stay tuned, and as always, I have been the true Mackem, and I'll see you all later.